Who should get the start in goal for the Oilers in game number 6? And how does Edmonton slow down Brad Marchand? Hey, everyone. Welcome into Oil Spills. This episode brought to you by Milani Plumbing and Heating, Edmonton's first choice when it comes to plumbing and heating. Rob Wong joined alongside by Edmonton Journal Oilers writer Gerry Moddejonge. And Gerry, the Oilers finding themselves in a familiar position here, trying to force a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final for a second straight year. And once again, the goaltending, always a conversation when it comes to the Oilers. Stuart Skinner, Calvin Pickard, the two choices here. If you're Chris Knobloch, who are you going with on Tuesday night?
Yeah, and this is certainly an issue that has been on his minds as well as, this is the kind of coach who will involve his entire assistant staff, not just the goalie coach, Dustin Swartz, but, try and get a real feel for what everybody's thinking. It's no small decision. But in my mind, as good as Calvin Pickard has been, you couldn't ask anything more from a backup goaltender in the NHL. He spelled Stuart off a lot over the regular season, including when Stuart was injured, had that concussion coming down the stretch and missed 11 out of the last 13 games. We saw Stu come back and start the playoffs with back-to-back losses against LA. Things did not look good. All Pickard did was come in relief in Game 3 and lead the way to 6 straight starts and put them on the run to get back to this spot. He, of course, got hurt after those 6 wins, and Stu came back and looked pretty good. He had 3 shutouts in the next 5 games following that 6-win streak, and really got them through the second and third rounds. And like you say, back to the Stanley Cup Finals for the second year in a row. Let's remember, Skinner's he's in his 3rd full year in this league. And all he did was, get a NHL All-Star nod his rookie season, as well as, help the Oilers to back-to-back Stanley Cup Final appearances now. In my mind, you got to go back to Stu in this one. Pickard was good, and for Knobloch to play him as much as he did in this postseason, you can't fault him either, because Pickard had the hot hand, and that's just kind of what you stick with. But to come off that loss in Game 5, even though he came in that monstrous 3-goal deficit in winning 5-4 in overtime, after 40 minutes of work in regulation, Pickard has done it all. But it's time to turn and go back to Stu for this one.
Well, if that's the big question that the Oilers are dealing with right now, I think another question they have is, how do we slow down Brad Marchand, who's got 6 goals so far in the series? Gerry's looked incredible, really turned back the clock for the Panthers so far in the Stanley Cup Final. But if you're looking at ways to maybe match up, it's going to be tough, of course, being on the road. But I imagine that Marchand is right at the top of the list as far as concerns right now with the Oilers.
For sure. And talk about the biggest trade deadline acquisition of the year. Sorry, not sorry, Mikko Rantanen. It has been Brad Marchand. He's just lit it up. He's taken it to the next level. And, for a guy who's 37, talk about playing smarter, not harder, although he's probably done both at this point, you could argue. And really overshadowed the guy who, a lot of people call the best player in the world right now, and Connor McDavid. Yes, there's been flashes and highlight reels from Edmonton's Top Gun, but Marchand has far and away really stolen the show in this one. And the Oilers either have to figure out a way to shut him down, which is probably easier said than done, or they need to get their own 2 big pistons in this machine firing, and we need to see even more out of Draisaitl. Although, the guy's just been coming up big for them time and time again. You can hardly ask more from him. But McDavid, it's almost in my mind, Rob, like he's looking for quality over quantity, I guess you can say. It's almost like he's looking to make that too perfect of a play, either setting up a goal or scoring himself. Just forget it. Stop trying to be perfect. Just give your team some quantity right now. That's what they need. Put pucks on net, Connor, and you're the best player around for a reason, and start giving yourself the opportunity to do that and help benefit your team at the same time. These are going to be the 2 hardest wins this crew has ever tried to come up with, and it's just going to make for great TV.
Well, every time people write off the Oilers, they seem to have a response. We'll see what goes down in Game 6 on Tuesday night. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. For Gerry Moddejonge and Rob Wong, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.